Hey, how y'all doing? I'm Pabs, a rice-themed VTuber and an artist, and today we're going to be doing some art. Yeah, funny thing, when you go to a channel with a guy whose name is Pabs Art, sometimes you get to see him draw shit. It's like part of a package deal or something. Yeah, I got regulations and stuff. Yeah, if I don't stream at least three things of art every month, you know, they're gonna take away my union card, and that's just not good. You know, that thing gets me my health care. It's gonna be a nightmare if I don't keep it. So this is what we gotta do. All right, let's head over to the stream screen. Here we go. Oh, didn't mean to make myself that tall. Okay, yeah, here we go. Nice and cozy, right here. All right, so this is the character that I've mocked up for the drawing today. I cut out the top part of her name there. Her name's supposed to be Ren Danica, but I don't. You know, that's subject to change. I came up with it like coming up with names for characters, right? Hard thing to do. Hard thing to do. Because on the one hand, you can name them something absolutely insane. I've called one of my characters, for example, Neburo. Like burrow, but Neburo. That's still to this day like the weirdest thing that I've called one of my characters, at least in my personal opinion. I mean, I did call a guy Boston once, but that's like an actual name, I think. Like, I feel like that's not that weird to call somebody Boston. But yeah, basically behind the name for 30 minutes, and yeah, just browsed behind the name for like basically something that meant like early bird, more or less, because that it's supposed to be ironic a little bit. She's not an early bird. She hates being awake. That much is certain. Oh, actually. Yeah, I'm also going on coolers behind the scene here, just gathering up a couple color palettes. You know, I actually kind of envisioned her with like more kind of greenish tones, but I'm actually liking this like other one here too. Lots of stuff we can do here. Okay, yeah, I think one of these two is gonna be it. You know, I think one of these two is gonna be the winner. Yeah, I think it's maybe because of like the green marks. These are like little bits of a sticky note that I put on there. It's not me making mistakes. You know, sometimes if you a little trick that people use sometimes in sketchbooks is that if they make a mistake, they cut out a post-it note in such a way that like only the sticky part remains, and they cover whatever they they like mistook or made a mistake on with the sticky note. And I've done that a couple times. It works a treat, and yeah, not really much else to say about it. It does beat, in my opinion. If you want to keep like if you do want to keep a very smooth kind of art style, it's definitely better than whiteout. If you're using pen, at least. I mean, with pencil, obviously, you could just use an eraser. I hope you all know how to use an eraser. I'll be I'll be worried if y'all don't. Where's my second Milli pen? That's weird. You know, maybe I can do like a two-tone thing. Like maybe the outside is kind of green and like has like these earthy tones, but the inside has like these redder tones. I think that'd be nice. I don't know why I decided that the next character that I draw should be like this exhausted person, but here she is. Alright, the way we're gonna do this, I think, is lower the opacity on this. Probably get a 3D model in here. Let me find somebody. Not a character, body type. Here we go. Okay, just kind of pull you back a little bit. That's something that I've actually been wondering as well, right? So VTubers, is there... So far, people who like make VTuber models. I have made VTuber models. I mean, obviously. I made my own model, but I am wondering if like there's a specific angle that works best. Like, is there anybody that's tried to make like a VTuber from this angle? Like, I mean, the whole thing, right? The whole thing of VTubers is that it's supposed to be like a little person, just kind of on your screen, a little anime character, right there talking to you directly through your brainwaves. And while I understand that perfectly, is there a way to reset the camera? So if camera angles from preset. Oh, here we. Oh. Oh, that's interesting. I didn't know CSP could do this. Oh, this is actually a really cool pose, but yeah, just like this is fine, actually. I think this works. She's in the microwave. Alright. Enough messing around. That was fun, though. I should do that more often. Not that I don't constantly mess around, but you know, it's nice sometimes to like take a liberty. You know, I feel like taking a little detour from productivity isn't always the worst thing you can do. Okay, no, we want this kind of like hanging loosely. God, that took so much effort to say. Is there like a hand pose for holding a mug? Fist, relax. Hold pen case? No. Hold umbrella? Nope. Clench? Clench might be good. Oh, clench is good. Yeah, I like clench. Okay, and then over here, kind of just put this outward and then just kind of rotate this. Okay, and then just kind of like this. Yeah. The thing that I used to do, right? The thing that I used to do a long time ago was that I would just collect any random kind of image that I found on the internet. You know, and especially like those kind of quote-unquote cursed images, you know, I was a big fan of those. Because then what I would do is that I would actually kind of make like almost like an Earthbound enemy encounter based off of those. And that was a lot of fun for me. I love doing that. Okay, actually maybe we should work on her body type a little bit. I don't think we need to change it too much. Let's make her like 165 centimeters tall. Yeah, I picture her as like not tall, but definitely not short. She doesn't strike me as like a short person. Kind of like that, I think. Body type. Probably like this. I don't. No, that's a little too thick. Yeah, I think like this is kind of good. I think this is a nice balance, you know. Not really skinny, not really fat. It's like it's like a living mannequin more or less. And while that sounds extremely bad, I recognize the words came out of my mouth, and I recognize that sounds really bad. But like the thing is, right? When you make a Vtuber model, yeah. When you make a Vtuber model, I think you really are just kind of making a little mannequin of yourself. You know, that's how I try to explain to people like what VTubers are. To people who don't know what VTubers are, I say like, okay, so you know like a marionette. You know how like a marionette, like you drag around the strings and you move it. Well, now imagine if somebody did that with like an anime character. Hi, Leof, how you doing? Okay. Oh man, I actually really don't like drawing VTuber. Like, I see it as a puppet. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, my little guy, my little rice man is like a puppet to me. Also, I don't like that, like, I am trying to draw. Oh yeah, I will do my best to be serviceable background noise. Yeah. Also, if I may direct your attention, Leo, if you were asking about it, if I may direct your attention to my fists right here. 5 fingers. Count them, son. I got 5 fingers. 5 fingers on each hand. Whoa, 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 whoa. There we go. Alright, I think you've seen enough. Alright. What was I doing? Right, drawing a person. I was busy looking at you clipping through your chat. Listen. Actually, I should probably put those in a group, huh? Yeah, the thing is, right, I can't believe you have hands. Now you can't believe I have hands, period? I was downgraded from no longer having 4 fingers to not having hands at all. Quite the drastic change, gotta say. Only pen 2. Oh, I think this one's the one that I wanted. I've been considering, right? Like, I've been considering using like this Milli pen for a model, but at the same time, it's a little too thick. I mean, it could kind of work for her, I think, but like, what I'm worried about is that like it's gonna like because I'm trying to keep these models like relatively small. I don't know. In my brain, you're the equivalent to Among Us character. That's I don't know how to feel about that. Thanks. Yeah, I really don't know how to talk. I don't know what to say about that. Like, Among Us, huh? Yeah, I could be an Among Us. I should draw like a little emote of myself as a little Mogus. I think that would be funny. Also, Among Us characters do also have hands. I will say, like, that they don't have hands all the time, but they do have hands. Among Us. Man, have you heard about like people coming over to Tumblr, migrating over from Twitter? That I gotta say, that is like some of the dumb, like I'll say there is a lot of like kind of background stupidity in Twitter, but Tumblr kind of makes your sense of humor stupid in a very specific kind of way. I can believe them having 5 fingers, but for you, 3 fingies. But my status is a petadactyl. Is that what it's called when people have 5 fingers, like petadactyl? That doesn't sound right. I know didactyl means like 2 fingers, or is that opposable thumbs? Dactyl. I know that dactyl comes from like digits, right? Isn't that the dinosaurs? Yes. Yeah, the petadactyl, the glorious creature that silently. Yes, it's the dinosaur that both flies in the air like a majestic creature and also pees silently. Yeah, back in the dinosaur age, if you peed loudly, you were just gone. T-Rex would have eaten you right up. Taken out right in the middle of going to the John. That's the rules of nature, man. Can't change it back then. Now we live in a more civilized age where if somebody wants to, if a T-Rex wants to like attack you when you're going to the John, like it's just not happening. Not because the T-Rexes are extinct, but because they have better manners now. They try to turn it around a little bit. They're on that PR grind, and they can't be caught like just murdering people at the John anymore. This joke has gotten away from me. I would like to stop now. Gotta know when to fold them. I've always said that. Alright, face lines. Then another layer here. Yeah, the other thing that wigs me out a little bit about what do you call? About like this one is good for the skin. The other thing that wigs me out about chopping up characters to be like in VTuber model mode, right, is that I always feel like, because I'm still not super used to Live2D, I don't know if I'm like doing something wrong, or if I can maybe be doing it a better way. I mean, that's obviously the whole process of learning. You can't do anything about that, but even so, it's like it feels like you're kind of like, how like when you're near a baby, right? You have to be very careful so it doesn't cry, but like you don't know what makes it cry, so like your attempts to like be considerate are just like scaring the baby more. It's kind of like that. That reminds me of like this joke that somebody posted, was that like the world record for drum soloing was 17 hours and 16 minutes by the child sitting behind me on the airplane from, I don't know, Nicaragua to Bolivia. God, some people really do just kick the back of airplane seats, huh? I had a kid who did that a lot once, or maybe it was like the person who was just jabbing really hard at the little screen on the back of the chair. Do you not use the symmetry tool? What do you mean symmetry tool? No, I draw everything like this. When I draw, I'm not used to drawing with symmetry tools, so it feels weird when I do that. Not to mention, I only draw like half of the character sometimes because like, you know, because to kind of save on space with the texture atlas. So, you know, for example, right here, I'm only gonna draw one of these things, just one of these, and then I'm gonna, once we get it into Live2D, I'm just gonna flip it. What do you mean, huh? Don't you huh me in my own damn chat? Like, what? This is a perfectly normal way of going about things. It's fine if it isn't perfectly symmetrical. Like, that's... Is that weird? Is that weird that I don't use that? What the hell? What do you mean, what the hell? I'm not used to using the symmetry tool. That's all there is to it. Let's drink some water. Face foundation, I think I'm gonna call this part. Yeah. The other day, right? God, this is actually really funny. When I first started out learning how to make Live2D models, and I started calling my layers, right, something like face foundation for, like, you know, the area where you're gonna put the rest of the face, like Mr. Potato Head. Actually, yeah, I only need one ear as well, don't I? That saves time. Actually, do I need ears, period? Yeah, I need ears. I was about to say, like, maybe I can hide it with the bang, but that would be, like... That would mean her bang is like this. And while that is very good in, like, a classic 90s anime kind of way, it's, not something I'm signing up for. Not today. Mm-mm. Okay, kind of like that. And then kind of, getting rid of this, getting rid of that. Actually, I need this back for a minute. Here we go, here we go. Seriously, this is like... What's wrong with this thing? Anti-aliasing's off, so that shouldn't... So this right here, you see how there's like a little pixel of like weird scrunkliness? That should not be happening. What's the matter with you? Alright, and then we kind of go over here, and with this we kind of make the top of the ears. That's the wrong layer. There we go. And now we only need to duplicate that, and once we have it go on in Live2D. I love being efficient. And a little lazy, but whatever. I can live with that. Every time I'm like finished with a piece, I feel like with a piece of the body. I didn't know you did Live2D stuff. Hey Luca, yeah I do. I did my own model. I do Live2D stuff from time to time, not too often because setting up the models for a new one is kind of a pain, but I do it sometimes. Hang on. Okay. Yeah, face lines is fine. What to do next? Yeah, I rigged my own model. Yeah, it's pretty good, don't you think? Okay. Trying to decide which part I should do next. I guess the eye would probably be the best choice, right? Adds you to the list of artists to contact when I want to start streaming. Hey, I mean, like... Yeah, I'd be flattered. Alright. Okay, so the eye, right? That's got like 1, 2, 3, 4... What the... Oh, okay, yeah, I got it. Alright. I think maybe the best way to do this is... What exactly? Come on, brain. Don't fail me now. Alright, I think the way I'm gonna do this is I'm gonna make like... Okay, I know exactly how I'm gonna do this. Alright? Hang on. Okay, and then another vector layer right here for the top part. Then another vector layer for the bottom part, but that one can also include like the eyelid and everything. Yeah, this poor girl's a night owl. Alright. I was gonna give her like a second eyelash here, but first of all, it doesn't really fit with her character, and second of all, that would mean that she's wearing makeup after just getting up, which is weird. She looks like she hasn't slept in weeks. That's because, yeah, she is not a morning person, to say the least. Yeah, she has slept, just not very well. Okay, so let's start naming these guys. So, okay, this is eye bottom. She's just like me for real. I mean, I've been saying we need more Insomniac VTubers. People identify with that. Side lash. And this part right here is top lash. Top lash. Just got a little J over there. Why not? Pepper. Nah. For like, you know, what is it called? Like, good policy, good practice. I think good practice is the word for it. Why the? That's weird. That shouldn't be there. Okay, there we go. Okay, and then right here we'll do the eye white. Sclera, whatever. I know the technical names for stuff. How's that show up against her skin? Oh, right, I'm not actually on her. Okay. Alright. Kind of just dragging this all the way over here. Oh, that looks kind of small on her now, actually. Alright. Maybe just like dragging this back so it's still matching up. Okay. Kind of around here. Yeah, that seems good. Okay, so now we gotta hide the face a little bit. So we can get a look at this, and maybe just kind of reach over here. It's a bit too big. It's just a little smaller than that. Yeah, that should be perfect. And maybe just like down here, so it's like not exactly with the ear. Man, I hate it like when I transform stuff and it just gains like these like. This isn't even crunchy. This is more like a This is like this. This feels like the entire little pixel parade is quitting on me. Pixel parade. The line, the border, the edge. Took me a couple seconds to get it there, but I got there eventually. Alright, yeah, how does that show up with her skin tone? Does it like mesh well? I think I made like the Sclera a little too saturated. Hang on. How's that? Yeah, that's quite a bit better, I think. Okay, then the iris. That Sclera has a C in it. There we go. Okay, then the iris. What would be a good iris? I like to imagine that like, you know, she looks really tired, but she has really pretty eyes. I think that would be like kind of good gap my way. What color should her eye be? I'll have to pick a color from like down here. Lots of decisions to make here. All right. Okay, so the iris. Speaking of irises, apparently AI The Somnian Files is on sale on Steam, which is interesting. I've seen like 3 different people play that game, and every single time I don't understand what it's about, but it looks very funny. Yeah, I don't think I'm big-brained enough for an Uchikoshi game. I think the thing is, right? Oh, V played that. Yeah, I do remember her playthrough. I saw her finish the game. But like at the same time, like I feel like I've had enough of like reading a lot of things for a while. Like I've had enough of that for like a long time. I just finished Disco Elysium, and if I have to read more paragraphs upon paragraphs of bullshit, I might really snap. Alright, which one of these colors would be good? Stuff does sure happen at it, yeah. Not gonna lie, I was really confused for like the last part of it. Maybe a green eye would be good. Alright, I'm gonna like... Hang on. I'm gonna do some like oracular shit here. I'm gonna close my eyes, I'm gonna wiggle my finger around the screen, and wherever it lands closest, that's the color I'm going with. Alright, that'll work. Actually, that gives me a really good idea for like... hang on. I think I might have just made a top tier genius decision right here. All right, bear with me. Didn't even move. I meant like my real life. I meant my real life hand and my real life finger. Yeah, no, I closed my eyes and I pointed at my monitor and I wiggled my arm around. And my finger landed closest to this color, so I was like, okay, let's go with that. Yeah, like my real hand. I mean, actually, that would have been really funny. Like, hang on. Ooh. Yeah, I would have landed kind of close to the red, I think. My guy isn't very easily dragged. Not in the physical sense, at least. I am very bullyable. Ask anybody from my Discord servers. To be fair, it's kind of on me as well for picking fights above my weight class, but still. Lawyer or your mouse. That too. I forgot that my mouse shows up on the screen here. Which is bad that I forgot that, I think. I feel like it's kind of a necessary component to seeing what the hell's going on in our art stream. You know, maybe it's a little bit important that people can see the actual actions you're taking. I don't know, maybe that's just me. Anyway. Okay, yeah, the idea that I had, basically. No. I'm going about this the wrong way. Kind of like... I do want it to evoke the image of a sunrise, but I think the sunrise is more like orange. I gotta Google a picture of a sunrise real quick. Give me a moment. Let's go to Unsplash. They've got good stuff. Hang on. Okay. Very interesting. You know, they told me looking at the sun was bad for you, but I'm looking at the sun right now and it's fine for me. Don't know what they were telling me about. Granted, I don't have eyes, but still, I feel like I have a point. I have like maybe 3/4 of a point. I have half a point. Wasn't there a game where you could get like half a point? What was that? Badminton? I feel like it's badminton. It's gotta be badminton. No, badminton is where you score like 5 points at a time, or 15 points. Okay, yeah. Okay. It's kind of going about this the wrong way. So maybe... like... hang on. this. Okay, yeah, that's starting to make more sense. No, that makes less sense. We had it. We were close to having it, but okay, where? How? Okay, so maybe like with brighter red. No, not quite. Yeah, I think keeping it simple is best. I think you got a point there. Not to mention, I think it was better before, like when we had the this one down here and this one up here. Okay, I think that's good. I think maybe no, just a little more, just a little more. Okay, just a couple more touches. I think like keeping it like the broad design is there. I think we got that, but how? Okay, kind of like almost, not quite, but almost. I love how these are literally just pixels that I'm dusting here and there. That's really good. It's a good sign of things to come. Almost. Maybe like if I put it on top of the drawing layer. There we go. Yeah, maybe like that. Okay, I think that's good. I think that works. Wasn't there like a literal morning star? The start of the morning? What is that? Oh yeah, that's also a name for Satan. I forgot about that. Oh, it's okay. Apparently, the morning star is a name for Venus when it appears in the east before sunrise. It's not an actual star. I didn't know that. I thought it was straight up like a star, like a star, like the sun in the sky. Because of the lethal surface conditions, the planet is sometimes referred to as Earth's evil twin. That's a fun little blurb from Wikipedia. Yeah. The thing is, right, like, Venus is so close to the sun, and the closer you are to the sun, the worse everything gets. It's not even a diss toward the sun, that's just, like, objective fact. Yeah, funny thing about, like, a thing, like, a constantly evolving ball of nuclear fire is that if you kind of step in it, it's not great. You know, like, you know how like when you go out into the when you go outside, right after it rains, and like your hair just becomes like a frizzy, tangly mess. It's a little bit like that, except more. Eye bottom. What? Oh, I see. It's because I've got. Okay, I see. I was gonna say, why is it like not like going under the drawing layer? It's because I don't have a separate layer. That's on me. That one was on me. There we go. Okay, yeah, just kind of fine-tuning that. There we go. And then one for the eyebrow. I do like it when like eyebrows are like this. Not because like they're like, you know, they talk about like shape theory, right? Like, oh, like eyebrows are really fun because like they're very expressive. Like, oh, this one's surprised. Oh, this one's sad. This one's upset. This one's like, hey bro, what are you doing with that? What are you doing with that bat? Alright. Yeah, I think like maybe like not really exaggerating it too much. I don't like that. I think that's good. Maybe just a little smaller. Yeah, alright. Yeah, okay. Okay, I think I'm gonna call that eyebrow. And then we're gonna need the nose. Noses are the bane of my existence, because I like drawing, like, fairly thick noses, like, you know, like this. But the thing is, like, especially in, like, in Live2D, where, like, you're gonna have to, like, really squeeze that together, like, flat, so that it disappears when they look to the side. It's not exactly a compatible art style, you see. What folder is this? Right, this is my references folder. I need to remember that. The eyebrow's still bugging me a little bit. I think, like, maybe more like... Yeah, I think this might be good. Also, like, I feel like cleaning up the eye bottom a little bit. It's bothering me how, like, disorganized it is. Let's hit it with the kneaded eraser. I think that's what it needs. Right, there we go. Yeah, that's looking much cleaner already. Okay. Nose. Right, I was thinking about... I was wondering how to make the nose. Yeah, I do think, like, having just, like, a flat... like... Not flat, but like just the bottom part of the nose is kind of the most versatile thing you can do. Or, you know, go like the legendary Coco Kiryu and just don't have a nose, period. That's also an option. Yeah. It really is funny that sometimes even like big name VTubers, like the ones from Hololive, they just straight up don't have noses. Like they just forgot to put it there. These girls don't have an olfactory sensor. Yeah. I mean, technically, I don't have one either, so I'm kind of throwing stones in a glass house, but like... Yeah, exactly. Sometimes you don't need a nose. You got proof right in front of you. I forget that I have a lot of things a lot of the time. I forget I don't have hair. I forgot I don't have eyes. If you think about it, I'm one step removed from Slender Man. Actually, maybe don't think about that. That guy's spooky. I don't like him. Man, I remember that, like... I'm about to air some of one of my friends started laundry out here. So for a while, right, a friend of mine and I were really into like the game Slenderman: The Awakening or something like that. I don't remember what the game was called anymore. It was like that one from like the early 2010s, mid 2010s maybe. That like Slender: The Arrival. That was the one. That's the one I'm thinking of. Yeah, Slender: The Arrival. We were like weirdly obsessed with that game, right? Because like, oh, it's this cool spooky horror game, and a bunch of the YouTubers we loved. There weren't VTubers back then. I don't think. Maybe Kitsune Eye, but I don't know. Anyway, some of the big name YouTubers we watch and play that game. Ooh, right? Like it's just you and your friend hanging out during lunchtime, and like, you know, you don't really have much better to do, so you just, I don't know, just like talk about this game that's like spooky and shit. And anyway, like I said, we kind of got into it, and my friend was like, dude, I figured out how the story works. I found it on this website right here. And I didn't have to tell him that the page he showed me was from a fanfiction website. My man thought he had it all figured out, but it was actually just a page from. It was just like a fan fiction that tried to explain everything. Not even particularly well written fan fiction either. It was like it had a lot of grammatical errors and shit. I thought about explaining it to him, but I was like, he's so happy though. So I just kind of kept my mouth shut. To be fair, the kind of excitement around the game died out very quickly anyway, so it's like, no big loss, but still. Rip to that guy. I hope he's doing okay. Wait, what the... Oh, wait. Wait. Thicken and narrow works on non-vector layers? What? Oh wait, or maybe this is the vector layer. I don't... Yeah, I'm not sure actually. Yeah, no, this isn't the vector layer. Thicken and narrow still works. Wait, hang on. I gotta try this on another layer as well. Okay, so maybe on the iris. Because if that's true, then like this changes everything. Sure it does. Although it seems kind of choosy about when it works. It's weird. Okay. Anyway, I was talking about something. Oh yeah, my friend from back in middle school. Yeah, he was a good guy. A little intense sometimes, but he was a good guy. Okay. Yeah, I think that's a nose done. I think we can call that nose very confidently done. All right. I'm just kind of putting off making the mouth because those are always such a pain in the ass to make. It's gotta get done though. Ah, what the hell? Let's rip off the band-aid. Okay, so maybe okay. Yeah, I think the way that I normally do it. Okay, so face. I think maybe the best way to do it is that like. Because the thing is, right, when you export this to Live2D, like for example, this nose, this can say as I can just flatten this folder and that'll be fine because like I just need to move the nose around it in Live2D, that's fine. The eye, on the other hand, like I'll have to split it into the iris, the eyebrow, the top lash, bottom lash, side lash. I'll have to maintain these distinctions. Wait, hang on, bottom. I'll have to maintain those distinctions, or else it's gonna be like a mess. You know, it's gonna like when I close the eye, it's gonna have to close the entire thing, like some twisted, like car hood or something. I don't know. I'm almost certain that's not how car hoods work. I could make it fold in half like a piece of paper, but that's just plain disturbing. Or like for the ear, for example, I could flatten this folder, and again, it would be fine. But yeah, when it gets to that though, like you have to wonder like, oh wait, do I have to do this bit right here or? And what I'm trying to say is that it's kind of a dangerous game, kind of lumping these into folders when you do that, because you're essentially saying, okay, future me, I'm gonna trust you to export this to a PSD and remember every single layer that you need. Like that's not great. Okay. Top mouth, I think I'll call this one. Yeah, top mouth. Top mouth. Apparently, and this is one of the weirdest things that I know, but somehow it makes sense because I remember seeing it a lot as a kid. For some reason, right? The Hanna-Barbera animation Top Cat had like middling reviews in the US, but like in Latin American it was a big hit. And like nobody knows why. There's no real good reason for it other than like, yeah, it just turned out to be a hit there. Like it's not like David Hasselhoff, right? Like David Hasselhoff is very popular with the Germans, but like I don't know why he's popular with the Germans. He's not actually German, I don't think. He's just he's American, but he's popular with the Germans. So like I don't see that happening for Top Cat. I don't see why Latin Americans would like it, but like it's just how it turned out. Very strange. Yeah, it is very weird how like sometimes things turn out that way, right? For example, like gummy bears, right? I read this today actually. Gummy bears, like Haribo gummy bears specifically, were the very first ones on the market. They were made in Germany in 1922. Yeah, God, could you imagine the discourse if they'd been made just like 20 years later around gummy bears? Oh my God. But like 1922, right? Haribo, the company Haribo, made the first gummy bears on the market, and it was good. People liked them. But they took like 50 years to become popular in the US. And one of the driving factors that led to their popularity was the fact that wait, no, this can't be diffused like that because I actually need it to be a solid. Yeah, it has to be this way, unfortunately, because otherwise it can't cover up the inside of the mouth right here. Yeah, that's a problem. Anyway, so they took a while to catch on in the United States because like I don't like they didn't have the kind of same market reach they did back in like they do now. And yeah, one of the big turnarounds in that was actually the gummy bear vitamins, the yummy bears as they were called back then. And yeah, it turns out that when you make vitamins sweet, children will love to eat them. I remember one time I got into like an entire thing of like Flintstones vitamins because I just figured out the child's safety lock, and then I just like popped those suckers open and I started eating. Yeah, that being said, like I never understood why eating too many vitamins was a bad thing for you, but like then I read a story about this Arctic expedition, right? It was your typical tragedy waiting to happen, basically. The expedition team was basically like this one dude who had no fucking clue what he was doing, and the other half of the team was just like these other dudes who also had no idea what they were doing and trusted the other guy to lead them to glory. So kind of a wombo combo of bad decisions. Anyway, predictably everything goes about as poorly as it can, and what ends up happening, right, is that this dude ends up having to eat the sled dogs that he brought with him as pack animals, which is gruesome and sad. But more gruesome still was the fact that after a couple of weeks eating the meat of the dog, he started to find that like he was getting really sick. Like more sick than he should have been, even given his lack of malnutrition. And that was because dog meat includes a high quantity of vitamin A. And too much vitamin A starts to make your skin do some really nasty stuff. So yeah. Moral of the story, don't eat dogs and don't follow idiots into the Arctic. This has been my TED Talk. Thank you for coming. Oh god. Yeah, a lot of expeditions, right, are just the one overconfident dude bringing down a whole gaggle of people with him. Like, it's not enough that he has to suffer alone. He just has to bring like a whole posse of people who to kind of revel in this poor decision making. Yeah, what's another one? Hans. I forgot his last name. He was an Australian quote unquote explorer, right? Yeah, I think he was basically like sponsored for most of his life. And by sponsored, I mean like he was weirdly charming enough that like he got a bunch of rich people to be like, yeah, I kind of like this guy. All right, listen, I'll give you this much money, and if you go and become a doctor, and eventually you kind of make something of yourself, you come on back and tell me, okay? Yeah, all right, take it easy. Which I wish was a thing that still happened these days. Anyway, this dude who had just been sponsored back and forth his whole life essentially kind of went to Australia to become a naturalist, because that was kind of his dream, right? He wanted to become like somebody who knew about plants. So he went to Australia, and after like what was it, like 6 years, 7 years, quite a bit of time actually. After quite a bit of time, he actually did manage to mount an expedition. Like he managed to scrounge up enough money, enough dudes, and enough, weirdly enough, credibility. Yeah, it turns out like he was one of those dudes that just called himself a doctor and wasn't actually a doctor, but like nobody had like, you know, I don't know, IMBD for doctors back then, so, you know, he could just kind of get away with it. And so he gets away with calling himself a doctor, and you know, he leads this expedition, and the first thing that happens, I'm not even joking, like hour 1, is that he and his buddies get off the horses to, you know, go look at some flowers or something. They're botanists after all. They go off, they get off their horses and go look at some flowers, and immediately the horses run off with their weapons, their supplies, everything. Everything. So naturally, it just kind of goes to shit. Like, even like the flour that they brought with them is like now unusable because like the horses just like basically ran with the flour sack open and it all just spilled out. It was awful for these guys, right? And right then and there, I think like half of the dudes in the party were just like, "Yeah, no, we're done," and they just left. Gotta respect that kind of non-commitment. They say that like it takes a lot of commitment to stay to something, but I think it also takes like a lot of like effort to not commit to something. Like I feel like it takes almost an equal amount of effort to kind of like, sometimes, right? Not all the time, but sometimes I feel like it does take the amount of effort that it would take you to continue doing something as it would to make you quit it. Like you say, "Yeah, no, I'm done." And that has to be final. You can't just like be like, "You know, I actually kind of want to see where this expedition led by this madman goes." No, you have to like, you got to cross your arms and say, "No, I'm done." All right, how's this looking? Still don't have any hair. How are we for time actually? Oh, about an hour in, huh? I gotta hustle. All right. Okay, I think it's time to move on to the hair. I forgot to do the inside of her mouth, didn't I? I need to do that as well. Before I move on to the hair in any capacity. I gotta do that. Okay. Alright, what color is the inside of our mouths again? Pinkish, right? Going like this. I don't... Drag this up a little bit. Alright. Here's how we do it. Again. But yeah, like it really is just like a thing of like, if you ever go on like an expedition anywhere, if you even think about the word expedition, go with somebody competent and listen to them. The thing is, right, the guy that I talked about, the one of the horses that ran free, he had a competent dude on his team. He had a dude with like bush experience. He was like, the dude was like accredited or something. And even still, he was like, "Yeah, I'm not gonna listen to that guy. You just kind of like take a backseat while Daddy takes care of business." And then the business that he was taking up was just letting the horses run free. Clown show, I tell you. That. Where's the vector eraser? teeth, kind of like this would be good. And I could probably just flip. I don't know. I don't know if that's a good idea. I can just like copy and paste this and flip it to make the top teeth, but that would be weird. I feel like that would be weird. That would look very strange. Although I did toy with the idea of giving her like buck teeth. I don't know. I feel like that's still on the table. That might be fun. You know, just a little bit of a under. What is it called? Like when your teeth go over your, like when you have like teeth going over your lips. That's overbite, right? No, sometimes when you like look up overbite or underbite, they just straight up show you the teeth but never the lips around them. That's a little disturbing. Or is it underbite? I think it might be underbite. No. I was thinking of overbite. I'll figure it out when I get there. Yeah, what the hell? Let's live a little. Why not? That being said, I'm gonna have to be very careful if that's the case, because like, I either have to go make this girl go like full hamster mode or something, or no, normal teeth. Let's give her normal teeth. The council has spoken. The council consisting of only me, because this is a one dude system you got going on here. There's one guy running the show. Really not much else I can say. Yeah, if you want a democracy, go to Twitch Plays Pokemon or something. Alright, hang on, we gotta get rid of these because yeah. Okay, there we go. The tongue, I can't forget the tongue. Man, what a day it's been, though. Yeah, my workplace, right? My workplace has a system where you can work from home 1 of the 7 days of the week. You know, 5 days of the week. I'm sorry, they don't make me work 7 days a week. I would be crying and sobbing and weeping if that was the case. They don't make me work 7 days a week, but they do make me work 5 days a week. And of those 5 days that I work, I can choose 1 to stay at home. And I tend to choose none of them because there is active construction going on outside my apartment building. And besides being kind of annoying, why does it look like she's biting her lip now? Like it's that lip biting emoji. Okay. And then face full. Okay, perfect. Alright, her hair. Like I said, I can make... Okay, so maybe the front lock. Would it be more interesting, though? Yeah, because, like... I could make it so that the entire kind of front bang is one thing. You know, like the whole kind of like that whole kind of like sheaf of hair is like one thing, and while that would be interesting, I kind of want to separate it into like 3. No, 2. It would have to be 2, right? Okay, let's try that. Front bang A. Bang A, let's call it. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna give this girl a forehead to boot, why not? Massive forehead. Actually, the way I've drawn it on this original one, it kind of looks like it's growing out of like the middle of her head, which is a little disturbing. This one reminds me of like a shrimp for some reason. You're telling me a shrimp fried this hair? What color should I go with? Green doesn't really suit her, I don't think. Red would also feel kind of weird. I think, yeah, I think that this kind of like darker color is just how we're gonna have to go. Hang on. There we go. Okay. I think we can also kind of like shade each of these kind of like sheafs of hair. There we go, kind of like that. Is that a little too big? I feel like that might be a little too big. Yeah, I feel like this front one was just a lot thinner, maybe? Kind of like that. There we go. That feels much better. A little higher up, too. I'm trying to think here. Do I need to like give her like a kind of hair basis? I think I should. Yeah, okay. I think I'll go back to the face foundation and do that. Yeah. Oh yeah, I was talking about like how I originally kind of came up with the concept for this girl, right? So sometimes I go on like these little like trawls of cursed images and like other kind of basically like weird stuff, just unique images you find on the internet. And sometimes I'll find like one that I'm like, huh, I kind of want to turn that into a character, or like I kind of want to see like what would that would look like as like a boss encounter or some kind, right? And that's usually how these ideas kind of come about. This one's not a boss encounter. This one's just like, I saw this like really like scruffy looking coat, and I was like, huh, somebody should wear that. I remember that like I don't remember who sang it. I remember there was some kind of country singer that one time sang a song about it was like a coat of many colors. That's the name of the song, but I don't know who sang it. It's probably somebody really famous that I had to like live under a rock not to know about, but like still. I remember that song because like I remember listening to it as a kid and just absolutely loving it because I didn't understand English at the time and I was like immune to the sad message of the song. Basically like the song behind the story was that this little girl, she came from like a rather poor family, so what ended up happening is that instead of like the brand new coats that all her friends had, she always had like this really just utterly bashed, held together by patches coat. And she loved the thing to death because like her mother kept having to fix it up because it was just such an awful jacket. But every single time she fixed it, it added like a new color to the coat, and it just kept looking, and to her little child mind, it just kept looking better and better. And I think it really is such a sweet song. Yeah, that and her mom made it for her, which is also like a reason she loved it that much. Hang on, I gotta go look something up. The thing is, right? I talk about this sometimes as well. I taught myself to like slice up Vtuber models by essentially looking at the sample model from VTube Studio, Akari, and I went to find her texture atlas file and I found it. And from there, I basically just go like, okay, so how is this poor girl kind of divided into different pieces. And like every single time I look at it, I'm like, oh yeah, you have to like separate shadows, you have to separate lines a little bit. It's useful to keep as a reference because I don't always remember how to do it. Anyway, you're not supposed to really do what I'm doing here, so we're gonna have to walk that back a little bit. Or I got an idea actually. Hang on. Gotta select color gamut, take that right there, copy and paste it, and now we can just kind of undo to our heart's content. Huh. Now that I think about it, I could probably just slice this in half too, and just let myself in the future kind of work that out. But it's just a little thing. It should be fine. There we go. She's starting to look a little too haggard. Is the thing. Like now she doesn't look tired, she just looks sad. The hair helps a little bit, I think. Alright. Bang B. Bring her back here, and we'll do the same thing over here, but on a much larger scale this time. Okay. Wait, have I been using the normal G pen or the realistic G pen? I think I've been using the normal G pen. Oh yeah, I totally have. Okay. Okay, kind of like that. Gotta move this up a little bit, I think. There we go. Okay, and then just kind of go like this. That's the wrong layer. Alright, then we set this as the lighthouse layer. I don't know what it's probably called the reference layer. Yeah, it's called the reference layer. But it's got a picture of a lighthouse on it, so then why... If they wanted it to be called a reference layer, I think a lighthouse is definitely a good kind of a symbol to choose for your reference layer, right? For your reference layer symbol, it's fine. It's a perfectly serviceable kind of symbol. But I will say that like if you expect me to call it the reference layer instead of the lighthouse layer, you're gonna be severely disappointed. Go. Let me lower this a little bit like that. Yeah, I think that works. That should work. Okay, then we need the little hair thing, the idiot hair. I don't like calling them idiot hairs, they're just kind of like an antenna. That's probably the better word I should use for it, antenna. Yeah, anime characters with those like weird little hair spikes can actively seek out what is it, torpedoes and other enemies submersible watercraft. Okay, there we go. Whoops. Right. I need to set this as the reference layer now. There we go. Yeah, I think that's good. I think that's good for like the front of the hair. We'll copy and paste and flip this part here once the time comes. Excuse me. My goodness. Alright, back of the head. Yeah. Today I had like a pita for the first time in a long time. There's a fast food place near where I live that sells them. Real good stuff. I cannot recommend a wrap enough. Actually, you know what? I think I'm gonna take a little break. I'll be right back. See you guys in like 5 minutes. And we're back. Alright. Let's see. Where were we? Yeah, okay, I think the thing is, as well, is... I think... the hair... I'm a little worried about what's going to happen if I just leave it like this, because... And... I can't explain why, but I feel like it's gonna seriously come back and bite me if I leave it like this. I think I'm gonna make the antenna just a little bit wider, just a little bit. No, that's not right. That's not the answer here. Okay, maybe what we can do instead is copy and paste these bangs. You know, kind of give a quick run through. So maybe like this. Would it cover things up appropriately? Yeah, I think that works. I think I need to remove the top part of the head line. I think that would work pretty well. Alright, so then how would that work? Face lines right here. Okay, I think I know what I need to do now. Okay, and then just expand this just a little bit. There we go. How's that look? Okay, I need to refine that a little bit. What about... yeah, kind of like that. Okay, yeah, now we're getting somewhere. And this isn't exactly the face foundation, it's the hair foundation. God, I remember seeing a really creepy video the other day. Not creepy in that, like, it was meant to be spooky, but creepy in more like it was just kind of gross. Apparently some people for makeup, when they, you know, when they put on some makeup, what they do is that they'll actually shear off their entire eyebrows and then just draw them back on. And I knew that was a thing. I knew that was a thing that people did, but like, this person was really good at it, and it was very realistic, and it just kind of grossed me out looking at it a little bit. Very impressive, though. I was impressed, but also very grossed out. God, I remember that, like, when I was first playing Fallout 2, there was an opportunity where you could essentially kind of get into a burp-off with somebody. Like, the way you did it is that I think the person just kind of loudly belched, and you kind of had the opportunity to assert your dominance by burping louder. But the other guy kind of took it as a challenge and just started burping even louder. Until finally he lets out a belch that kind of shakes the entire room, and the only option for you to kind of exit out of the conversation is applaud, and then you just leave. God, Fallout 2 is a great game that I never ever want to play again. I don't know what it is about it, but something about the game is just... it just feels bad to me. Like, it does not leave like a good mouthfeel. Actively malicious... it's not actively malicious in any way, or at least not in any way that offended me. But there was something about it that just kind of, I don't think it clicked with me as much as the original did, I don't think. It's probably because you couldn't do unarmed, like, basically at all. So what ended up happening is that I kept, like, trying to punch out the lizards that were the starting enemies. Oh yeah, that's another thing. You kind of have to go through, like, a starting dungeon, which isn't very fun. You know, back in my Fallout playthrough on this channel, I complained a lot about the rat cave near the beginning because I had to fight all those rats. But, that's nothing. Nothing compared to the Temple of Trials. Alright? Cave rats are, like, tiny, and even though there's a lot of them, they're not very tough. The Temple of Trials has straight up rat scorpions, like, right out the gate. You try to kick them, they will kill you. Oh man. Much like in real life, don't try to avoid kicking scorpions. Not only because it's kind of a dick move to the arachnid itself, but like also because it's just like not smart to kick something that's got a stinger. We've all played Paper Mario. You know you can't jump on stuff that has spikes, so don't try to stomp on something that has stingers. Actually, very few people that I know have played Paper Mario at the 1000-Year Door as a child. So maybe I should fix that, you know. Maybe I should buck the trend a little bit. Yeah. Okay. Something about this ain't right. Maybe I need to make it thinner. I think that might be it. Where's the free transform button? That's much better. I don't... Okay, that's all it took to make it a lot better. I don't know what happened just now. There we go. No, wait, hang on. Okay, that works for me. Lenovo recommends that you install these updates to optimize your computer. Go to hell. Why isn't it letting me press... Oh, it's Lenovo Vantage. Get the hell out of here. I'm telling you, the only thing that I regret about buying this computer, right, is that it came with not one, not two, but 3 pieces of completely useless bloatware. I mean, there's worse things that can happen to a computer. You know, it can like for example not start up, or maybe, you know, it's very easily hackable, or it's got a fragile shell. But there's something about bloatware that just strikes a particular chord of anger within me. You know, it's like, not only did I not ask for this, you made it so obnoxiously intrusive that I kind of want to return the computer. That's an admirable kind of obnoxious. Admirable as in, like, there's a lot of dedication to that. Not admirable as in, like, oh, I enjoy this, or like, oh, that's, you know, praiseworthy. Okay, so this is the reference layer. Go reference layer mode. There we go. She's got like an enormous snail as a side lock. This is the kind of person she is. Oh right, I was working on the back of the hair as well. I forgot about that. Alright, let's get to it. How do I do this actually? Because like, how long would her hair be? Just shoulder length? I think just shoulder length would be good. Okay, I've got an idea. I think I was trying to picture it about how it would work in Live2D, but I think I know how I'm going to do this. Okay. This kind of weird chip in her ear is bothering me as well. Oh yeah, tomorrow's Friday. I forgot about that. Yeah. I have really like the work structure that I have right now, because it's like the entire very first half of the week is just hectic, panicked, go, go, go. But the latter half of it really kind of slows down on it, and it's just very quiet, and I like that a lot. No, I prefer to have things wind down towards the end of the week than just have them be, you know, start out very slow and then really pick up towards the end. I feel like that's just really bad for your stamina. I don't know, some marathon runners might disagree or something. Okay. And then... Right, the back of the hair. I keep forgetting the back of the hair. Oh my gosh, my memory problem... Oh hey! Hi Harvey, how you doing? Hello audience, hello Harvey's audience. I am Pabs, a Rice-themed VTuber and an artist, and today we're actually putting together a Live2D model on Clip Studio Paint. You know, we got all the different little pieces kind of here and there. I'm doing good, how about you? I'm doing pretty good myself. Having a lot of fun making this haggard lady. Okay, and... Okay, so we need... Do we have layers in here? No, we don't. Okay, we can just kind of go for a fresh start. It's perfect. But yeah, how was your stream? Hang on, let me give you a shout out here. Okay. Last playing Blasphemous. Oh, I remember that game. I actually have it. I've been meaning to play it. I know it's very hard, but like I really like the pixel art style of it. How did you find it? Is it fun? All right. Okay. Sometimes I worry that I kind of default to this kind of not quite spiky, but like this hairstyle that essentially looks like a bunch of commas put together. It was good. I remembered not to mute myself for 2 hours this time. Oh my god, that did happen, didn't it? Oh my word, I remember that. I remember that. I'm so sorry that happened. That's just awful. I do remember I do remember that happened to you. Oh my god, what is wrong with my mouth today? I gotta learn to speak slower, that's what. I gotta learn to take it easy, relax. But yeah, it's good that you remember to not mute yourself this time. It's pretty poggers. It's great when you as a streamer can be heard. Huh. I think that might be the first time in a casual sentence that I've just said poggers. I don't think I've ever said it in any tone except sarcastic before. It's a new one. It's a new feeling, I will say. Don't know if it's a good one. But yeah, I'm glad you're finding the game well. What the hell are these? Oh, okay, I see. I've been putting the layers in the wrong place as well. You really got to be like really careful when like making these Live2D models, because you got to keep track of the layers very, very carefully, or else they're gonna come. It's gonna come back to bite you big time. The way that her mouth is arranged right now, it reminds me a lot of a luchador mask. Yeah, maybe that's why she's so tired all the time. She's not tired because she has insomnia. She's tired because she moonlights as a wrestler like Spider-Man. That'd be a fun character concept. Okay. Then over here. Right. I needed the shaded hair color right here. Okay. There we go. And now I can get rid of this line here, because it's really not adding anything to the experience. This really does look like a luchador mask now. What the hell? No, that looks more like a normal person. I kind of miss a luchador mask look, though. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I do wonder, right? Like, what do they make luchador masks out of? Because I feel like it, for like textural reasons, leather would probably be the best one. Wait, what's in here? Oh, this is the reference folder. Right. Okay, I think we're pretty much done with the head, so we can kind of move on to the other parts, like the neck. Okay, so we're going to want to put those on top of the back here. But yeah, I've always found luchador masks to be absolutely fascinating because you got like these dudes, right? You got these enormous, hulking men of Bloodsport, but they also wear masks inside the ring all the time. So those masks have to be like specially designed or something, or they have to have some kind of mechanism to make sure that the dude doesn't overheat and die in there, right? Right? Are luchadors secretly just kind of like getting a little dose of carbon monoxide poisoning every time they go out into the ring? That'd be really worrisome. I feel like if I had become a jock in high school, I would have become a wrestler. Professional wrestler, that is, not like the Olympic wrestler. I don't even with my hefty weight, I don't think I would have been particularly good at that. Yeah, I'm bad enough at thinking on my feet, and now you want me to think kind of like just grappling a dude? Yeah, that's not gonna work out. I'm afraid those two ideas are incompatible. Okay, kind of like this. We got kind of like the mannequin bust look going on. Nope, that's not right. Come on, buddy. I believe in you. Oh, okay, I think I know. Yeah, I didn't make like the top part of the neck here. Alright, there we go. Alright, and I do remember that, like, to make the neck shadow, you have to kind of make it on a separate layer and then turn it into a clipping layer. Right, okay, so this is neck. No, this is not Nick, this is neck. God, my worst nightmare, my very worst nightmare, is that I'll get into the habit of like naming my layer something really goofy. So for example, I'll call the neck Nickelodeon or something, and then I'll like hand off the project to somebody else, and then they'll be like, "Hey, what did you call this layer? Pumpkin pie?" And I'm like, "Oh, I called it that because like that's like the mask. That's where the mask is supposed to go because, you know, pumpkins, Minecraft, you can wear them like masks." And they'll give me like this certain look that doesn't say I'm disappointed in you, but more like I wish I could understand you, just so I could explain succinctly to my therapist what's wrong with my life. Okay, so this one's just gonna be called something like neck. Okay, so the way that I found the best way that I found to make a neck shadow, not like that. Adding a layer, refer to other layers, here we go. And then get rid of the head. And all the mouth parts. There we go. Yeah, the best way that I found to make shadows in something like for Vtuber and Live2D models is that first you try to just get the shape right, then figure out how to turn it into a multiply layer. Because the thing is, hang on, that's strange. Why is it? Oh, this is just a, okay, this is just a normal raster layer. That's, not good. It should be fine, actually. We were gonna merge that down anyway, so it's probably fine. Anyway, the best way to do shadows is to do them on a separate... God damn it, hang on. Yeah, the best way to do shadows is to do them on a separate layer, and just kind of being very carefully to color manipulate them to the color you want after you set them to the multiply mode, because Live2D only has multiply or add as blending modes. And I find multiply just gives you more consistent results. Just like this, and then just kind of color correcting it until it's kind of the right color. That seems good to me. Uh-oh. I don't like that little, I don't like the little waiting symbol. I don't like when that pops up and it stays there for a long time. Oh, that's not good. Hello? Oh my gosh. Okay, I got really scared there, but everything is okay. My desktop went completely gray for a second, and that was scary. Yeah, whenever my my computer decides to do something spooky in the middle of the stream, it's absolutely not a great time. There's no convenient time, there's no good time to have a computer issue. But I feel like in the middle of a stream is a particularly bad one. No, it's like building something, right? You can't. There's no good time to build something because no matter what you do, you're gonna be creating a lot of noise. You're gonna be inconveniencing a lot of people. So you might as well just go and do it. Internet problems are the same way. I'd rather my computer just get it over with, but at the same time, it's got like a special kind of fear that strikes if it's getting kind of testy with me, and I'm in the middle of streaming. Where's the rest of her body? Okay, so how are we gonna do this part? Oh, that's fun. Actually, okay, so realizing this, right? I only need to draw like the top part here, and actually not even the top part. I only need to draw like half of this top. No, I need to draw the top part here, half of the shirt here, shadows on a separate layer, and then I can just not draw the shoulders and the arms by just keep giving her this huge coat. Yeah, I think that'll work. I think that's going to be a fun little project for me. Okay, so color of the shirt, right? I think a white shirt would be fun. Where was I? Right. Shirt. I should drink some water as well. Gotta stay hydrated. Okay, the shirt is gonna be like this. Again, I don't need to make it cover everything that a normal shirt would. I just need to make sure it covers her like the bottom of her neck, and then it's just go time. Okay, come like this, then like this. I will say one benefit of making Vtuber, of making like a Live2D model art, is that even like because you're working kind of like in bite-sized pieces, it's actually easier, and from just like a very simple perspective, it's actually easier to kind of get a lot of stuff done, especially if it's not like particularly complicated like a t-shirt. Yeah, big benefit, big benefit. Okay, so back here, this color will be good. Here, kind of just get rid of this part. Yeah, that's another thing though. Even though I'm using a 3D model back there, I am still a little worried about what's gonna happen if I how do I put this? Like, even if I turn off all the other layers, which would be the smart thing to do because I actually need to see what I'm drawing. I get a little nervous when I can't see the rest of what I've created because, like, how do I put this? Like, it's like when you turn off the light in a room, but like from a lamp, so the rest of the room is dark and you still have to walk through it. It's kind of like that. That's not a very good explanation, but it's the one you're getting. What I'm trying to say is that you know the way, more or less. You can tell where everything is, but there's still that kind of fear that you're gonna bump into something really hard and like scrape your kneecap or something. Got it. Before I knew what stretch marks were, I actually have quite a few stretch marks. I have some on my shoulders and I have some on my hips. And before I knew what those were, everybody assumed that I was just like sleepwalking or getting the crap kicked out of me out of school. Like, they didn't know what they were either, so we were all just kind of like... So we had, like, the swim unit, and everybody was like, hey, Pabs, why do you have, like, bruises on your arms? You look like you've been flayed or something. And I'm like, I don't know. I bump into a lot of stuff. I'm a little clumsy. Maybe that's why. But no, it was just, like, my body changing. Metamorphosis. Okay. Man, metamorphosis, right? Metamorphosis used to be a word that I could pronounce, apparently. I need to really work on my diction. Metamorphosis used to be a... Whenever you brought up the word metamorphosis, somebody would be like, haha, like the I forgot this dude's name, actually. What was the guy that wrote Metamorphosis? Like the Kafka novel. That's the guy, Kafka. But like now, when you say metamorphosis, it's like, like the Jebel meme, which isn't bad by any stretch of the imagination. But I do prefer like the story of a man getting turned into a cockroach than some funny little guy. I will say, like, there's like meat behind that. You can really sink your teeth into that kind of a setup there. Bottom shirt. No, I should follow the naming convention. Shirt bottom. Okay, and then get the reference layer back here. Yeah, she's not wearing the shirt tucked in at all, so it's just gonna kind of hang loosely over here. There we go. Don't tell me this is a normal layer. Okay, no, it's not. That's perfect. That's fine. I try to kind of overcompensate for my... Like, even if I don't make the line go all the way through, I try to overcompensate a little bit when there's, like, overlapping layers. I do try to overcompensate a little bit so that just in case, like, the lines don't quite match, at least the colors will still look whole. No, it's one of those safety procedures that I have. You know, I remember that in, what was it, 9th grade? It must have been earlier than that, 8th grade. My school was one of those that did have like a wood shopping class, right? You know, it was great. Young Pavs got to work with heavy machinery that he probably shouldn't have been playing around with. Miraculously, I did not suffer any accidents. Can't say the same for the wood in the workshop though. Those things were like my prey. Although I guess if I'm predating on wood, then that kind of makes me a herbivore, huh? Anyway, yeah, I remember that I got to play with a lot of like power tools and such back in the day. I forgot where I was going with this. Oh right, overcompensation. One of the things that I learned during that time, one of the units that we had, basically, one of the learning units, was that we had to build a bridge that was strong. It was like a little competition within the class. Basically, everybody had to build a bridge, and whoever built the best bridge would get the glory, I suppose. I don't remember if there was actually a prize. I doubt there was. But yeah, basically we had a little competition between the different people in our class, and it was part of the unit that whoever built the best bridge would be the winner. So, you know, we got into like teams of 3s and 4s, and we started building bridges. And this was not like a one-off thing. It was like a multi-step kind of planned process. This was like a legitimate, like, oh, this is going to take like a few days of work kind of a project. And what I remember is that one of the... Oh, that looks strange. Why did it do that? Hang on. Oh, that's a little better. Anyway, one of the things that I learned while learning to build a bridge was that apparently most bridges are, you know, if you're on a car and you see like a sign that says like 60 tons on the bridge, indicating that that's the maximum weight it can accommodate, it's lying a little bit. Apparently the maximum weight it can accommodate is closer to like, you know, that's only about 80% of the weight it can actually accommodate. You can put more weight on it and it'll be fine. It's just that they say that the more or less the maximum that they put it at. You know, some asshole in either behind the wheel in using whatever you're building is always going to be like, you know, I know that it says that the limit is 60 tons, but I betcha we can push 70, and then they do, and they're like, ha, you see? All right, we probably shouldn't do that again, though. We don't want to bother the bridge can hold only 60 tons, though. But that's kind of like the prestige of the whole thing. That's the trick. You don't actually have a bridge that can hold 60 tons. You have a bridge that can hold like 80 tons. But you don't tell anybody that. You just tell them that it can hold 60 tons, and that's how you make sure that nobody does anything stupid with it. I had to do something else now. Why do you know this? Oh, did you not hear my whole thing about me having to research how to build a bridge for like a shop class? Anyway, what ended up winning the competition that I remember was this bridge that was like, what was I doing? Right, this is the logo. You're about to ask why I had to build a bridge for a shop class, huh? You must have been really tuning out. No. I'm kidding, I love you. Anyway. I was thinking about something. Right, the bridge that won. The bridge that ended up winning, I remember, was this like really weird one. That was essentially kind of like two really long parentheses and the kind of plank between them. And that one held on for dear life. Like, I remember he actually got like actual... I think like there were like a bunch of books and training weights in the room as well for some reason. It was a very strange school. Anyway, he had like training weights and everything on this bridge, and the thing just held fast. It was beautiful. It was like, it really was just a wonderful little experience. Although I do remember that another time, that the same professor in that class, he had this joke that there was this big thing of lumber in the room, like it was this big timber thing. A plank, really, and it was the size of it actually went to around my midsection. Like, it was like this big to me, right? And he used to call it his beating stick. You know, he was Australian, and he was like, "Ah, yeah, if you misbehave, I'm gonna hit you with a beating stick." We all knew that it was like a bluff because, like, first of all, that's not gonna happen, and second of all, I don't think he could even lift it. But it was kind of his little joke. This yellow is really throwing me off. It needs to be closer to orange like this. Oh my god, yeah, that's much, much better. Oh my word. I remember some kid ended up turning that thing of timber into a chair at some point. Not even like a good chair. Man, memories. Okay, the code. Code. I had a couple ideas for how I could do this. Idea number one, and kind of the one that I think we're gonna go with, is that I'm gonna basically make it into a kind of Chowder replica. Like, I don't know if you've ever seen Chowder, or that one anime about vampires that everybody keeps telling me to watch, but I never do. Hang on, I'll pull up a picture. Alright, so there was this cartoon show named Chowder, and if you take a look at this delightful little guy's clothes, you'll notice there's a very odd pattern on them. And you'd be thinking, oh, well, that must be like some kind of promotional image. They wouldn't actually draw him like that all the time on the show. They did draw him all the time like that in the show. And the way they did it is that it was basically like a, what do you mean vampires? What do you mean vampires? It's like a moving texture. I'll look it up real quick. I remember that that's like an actual. Hang on. Right. Hang on. Gotta go look it up. Ah. Yeah, I think it's called Gankuts. Hang on. Let me look it up real quick, just so I know that it's the right one that I'm talking about. No, this isn't the one. It's a different one. Which one was it? Maybe it was this one. But yeah, did his knife and fork always look like that? I don't know. Maybe they did. I didn't watch Chowder. Okay, yeah, I think it must have been this show. But basically, it's like the idea was this was just like normal purple and these were just like two normal purple and magenta tones, but they overlaid a texture on top of them, so whenever the character moved, the texture didn't actually move, but his clothes still did, kind of giving that appearance. Yeah, I don't... Anyway, I'm getting distracted. Gotta focus. Gotta directly focus my mind into it. But yeah, the idea was to just have like a, just have this part here be kind of like a normal kind of green pattern coat, but the actual kind of patches on there would have been just like me making a texture of patches just forever, and just kind of superimposing that over it, and having it as kind of like a big block, which I will say probably... There's two ways you can look at that, because you can't actually have it... You could, actually. Alright. This is how I see it right now. On the one hand, you could have a VTuber that's basically moving like Chowder. However, that would take up a lot of space on the texture atlas. If you're doing it in any meaningful capacity, that would take a lot of space on the texture atlas, because you've got a big block of texture that just needs to be like that forever, instead of doing what's basically the same thing and just applying the texture to the body part. I was doing something. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna like make it normal. I don't think I need to overthink it too much. Besides, I'm pretty sure my free trial of Live2D is gonna run out before I finish this in bringing this character. So I'm pretty sure it's not gonna be worth it. Okay, so this is gonna be what's gonna be called like coat rim. Is that what it's called? Like the rim, the hem, coat hem. I don't know. The inside of this, it's not called the hem, is it? It might be, actually. I don't know anything about clothes. Hang on. Where's the symmetry ruler? I actually do need it for this one. Parallel line, symmetrical ruler. Here we go. Oh, I forgot this had like the number of lines thing. Okay, so we'll use this part right here as a kind of reference point. Okay. Yeah, I think the reason that I made it have such like a thick kind of hem over here was because I kind of originally envisioned this as almost like a bathrobe. You know, like those people who wear bathrobes when they wake up in the first thing in the morning. I've actually been meaning to get myself one of those. I feel like it'd be very cozy, especially because it's very cold where I live. I feel like just kind of having that is better than slapping on a hoodie first thing in the morning. I don't know. I might be biased in this. I don't I have like this really old blue jacket that I remember getting from my brother when I was just like a teen, when I was just like 10 or something. It still fits and it's still like wearable, but it's extremely beaten up. And the zipper doesn't work either. It's not a particularly good jacket, but it has a lot of like meaning to me, you know. What can I say? I love older clothing. I love like vintage is a strange word. I'm still not sure what vintage means, but I do like older clothing, like clothing that's seen some wear and tear. Missing a little bit here. I'm sure I can figure that out once I get to it, though. Let's hide away that ruler. Ugh. Okay. So kind of like, whoops. That's my bad. Alright, here we go. This part right here, what's... There's something wrong with it. It's like not blending properly. That's very strange. Well, we fixed it, so it's not a problem, but still. Okay. I need the references layer back so I can see, so I can remember how to shade this thing. I do remember that I had like a different little like lines on it here. This would go a lot faster if I flipped it on this side. Hang on. Oh yeah, that's much better. It reminds me of tiger stripes for some reason. Well, no, that's because it really does look a little bit like tiger stripes. That's the reason why it reminds me of tiger stripes. I do have a bad tendency of saying this reminds me of X or this reminds me of Y when it's literally X or Y that I'm talking about. Not even a bad tendency, it's just a habit. I think it's not a bad thing necessarily even, because haha, I do that. Hey, maybe I picked it up from you. Yeah, I have heard that people like do pick up their friends' mannerisms. Yeah, maybe I got that from you, or maybe it's just a mutual trait because we're both smartasses. But who knows? Yeah, it's a very human thing. It's like saying it's dark. Me getting people to say yes, and yeah, I'm not saying that other one, but yeah, sure. I've started saying like damn like that because of you actually. Which is probably one of the worst things I could have picked up. Yeah. I don't think I had a foul mouth before, but like I've started to swear much more liberally. Yeah, like damn, like with multiple M's. What? Why? Because it's swearing, and I'm a family-friendly person who draws, I don't know, haggard people. I'm not that family friendly, actually. I will say that. Especially with Disco Elysium, we get raunchy on here, but not rude. All right, hang on. Picture this thing having like really like unstiff shoulders. I feel like that'll really work for it. There we go, kind of like that. That. There we go. Okay. I don't even mean to swear so much, but sometimes it's needed to get the point across. That is true. I don't swear because I know it's rude. I swear mostly out of like reaction, or because sometimes it is just needed to get the point across. I mean, granted, sometimes the points that I'm making aren't don't really necessitate the kind of language that I'm using, but you know, it's a thought behind it. It's the principle of the thing. I did not give this part a front bit. I did not give it like a life outside of the code room, which is bad. I need to fix that. A life outside of the code room. I mean, I did not give it lines outside of the code room. Oh, that is... functional. Very functional. Wait, I have a tool that lets me just draw a straight line now. Why aren't I using that? There we go. And then turn on the code room. Perfect. Okay. So we have the code room, we have the code body? Code torso? And then another one for the arm. That's gonna have to be underneath the torso, I think. And I'm also gonna have to make one for the other arm. Oh boy. Okay, so the way we're gonna do this is that I'm gonna actually copy and paste this part of the code, flip it around, make the other arm, and then, because the other arm does actually have something distinct about it, it has her holding the mug that says the miracle, because I thought that it would be funny, and it is. Okay. For a while, when I was first starting to make like these models, I got a little confused with myself because I kept kind of confusing myself by saying, okay, I call this part the right arm or the left arm. Does that mean that it's my left or their left? Right? It was that whole kind of who's on first kind of nonsense. And I did have that problem for a little bit until I've just decided to finally go with like, okay, you know, I mean their left, their right, etc. And you know, it's worked wonderfully for me. But the thing is, I do occasionally wonder if there is just somebody out there who's like saying like port eyebrow, mast eyebrow, starboard eyebrow, kind of like that. Just using like old-timey ship terms for their Vtuber model. I feel like that would fit a pirate Vtuber very well. Okay, code torso, there we go, and that's just gonna kind of tuck itself away over here. God, I love jackets with like big poofy sleeves though. They're so comfy. Unless I'm actually trying to get anything done. Jackets with big poofy sleeves are comfy until you actually like need to work on something, and then they get very annoying very quickly. Which is unfortunate because they're a lot of fun to wear. Yeah, I accidentally got the winter coat that I currently use a couple sizes too big when I ordered it, and I was like thrilled at first because it was so like spacious and comfortable. But then when I actually wear it outside, it's like, oh, so the wind is just kind of like going underneath the gaps in my clothes and just attacking me from there, huh? And then whenever I have to like get anything done, I have to like actually roll up my sleeves a little bit with my coat. Definitely not an ideal system, I will say that, but certainly a functional one. It beats not wearing a jacket at all, at least. Yeah. It's a friggin' miracle that I can still wear my winter jacket in what is it? The beginning of May, y'all. We are 3 days away from the start of May. It's gonna be May, as the boy band said that one time. It's gonna be May. And I, for one, cannot be more upset. What do you mean it's already May? I haven't even done anything. I forgot I was writing in the chat, and I looked at my username and said, "Hey, I know that guy." Hey, this guy's very funny. I should talk to them. You accidentally DM yourself. Oh man, that's... I don't know what to tell you. That's quite an experience. I'm sorry you had to have it in my stream. Okay. There we go. So what I'm thinking is like this kind of darker green for like the shoulders and such. Yeah, for like the elbow right here. God, I love old, really messed up coats. They're so much fun. There we go. Oh yeah. I did say earlier, right? I did say that I was tired of reading stuff on the screen, but I did actually start my second playthrough of Disco Elysium recently. I've been going like full physical this time, just full points in the physical body, and I've been having a blast. I'm not gonna lie. I can't think for shit, but but I've been punching people left and right. Actually, no, I only punched one guy, but it was very impressive. Yeah, because I had like mostly my trivia speaking up to me during my playthrough, it was just like, oh, that's a cool little fact about the world. But because I put points into physical, every other time it's like, you should deadlift. Literally, a voice will just come out of nowhere and be like, you should start deadlifting like right this instant. And I'll be like, but I don't want to deadlift. I kind of have like a murder case, a murder investigation to solve, and the part of the brain of me that's in charge of deadlifting will just slap me and be like, deadlift now. Oh man, I can't wait until this shows its actual repercussions. This is great. Okay. Yeah, I also have that voice in real life sometimes, but I think it's because of my very poor. It's not because of my poor health, but because like I just like moving. I think it's fun to move your body. I do feel like I don't exercise nearly enough for somebody who actually kind of enjoys it as much as I do. Because while I'm not a fan of like running around too much, I do like just like moving. I do like just like dancing and such. Nope, that's gonna need like this color here. Man, I imagine back in the day, right? Back in the day being before the rise of civilization, I imagine that jackets were really just like some dude just piling on as many kind of weathered animal skins as he could onto his own body, and then he could, until he was like, yeah, grug no longer cold. You know, is that how it worked? Is that how people discovered jackets? That jackets were a thing? Some dude eventually figured out that if he put enough dead animal pellets on himself, he would be like immune to the cold. He'd just be like a walking taxidermy, and then like you'd be like, huh, you know, I was kind of doubtful at first, but Grug was right. This really does help against the cold. I mean, I don't imagine they had thread back then. You just kind of have to like wear them like blankets all everywhere, which doesn't sound half bad, but like it must have gotten heavy or something, right? I don't know. Man, I wouldn't even last a day in prehistoric society. I'd be like, oh, that's a cute dog. And then the mammoth that I'd just secretly been following for 3.5 days would just like gore me with its horns. Game over. This reminds me of like one of the Doctor's scarves, from Doctor Who. The fifth one, I think, is the one with the funky scarves. You have very funny thoughts. Thanks. I try to have as many as I can. Everybody needs something to smile about, and sometimes you just gotta be your number one batter yourself. Man, is it weird that I actually kind of want to try out mammoth, like the meat? Is that so wrong? Is it wrong that I want to eat something that's basically an extinct elephant? Because this isn't the joke. Unless, like, you know, wanting to eat mammoth is a crime, in which case, for legal purposes, this is a joke. But I feel like mammoth would have, like, a very interesting kind of mouthfeel. If nothing else, we could finally make those, like, huge meat-on-the-bone things from anime real. And that's worth any kind of heartache. Wait, I know what to put here. I know exactly what to put here. I need a pocket. Yeah, that's what I need, a pocket. So kind of like a very wrinkly kind of thing. Man, on the topic of eating prehistoric animals, I feel like if you made shark fin soup out of a megalodon, you'd be able to feed an entire country. Fun fact, everybody talks big about megalodons because, like, oh my god, what if sharks were enormous? But whales have megalodons beat out in size. Like, whales are the current reigning champion for largest mammal in the planet Earth ever. Like, ever. And I think that's very impressive. I feel it's good to know that, like, I live in the same time and space as literally the biggest mammal on Earth that has ever existed on Earth. Yeah, whales are bigger than megalodons, whales are bigger than brachiosauri, although brachiosauri weren't technically mammals, I don't think. They are bigger than a lot of stuff. Whales are just kind of big, generally. Yeah, it's almost like it's a prerequisite or something. I don't know. Have you guys seen, like, small whales? I remember seeing smaller whales in the aquarium at some point. I do remember that was a thing that I saw in the aquarium one time, a small whale. Or it might have been like some kind of shark or something. It's a little up in the air, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, what color should I make the shirt shadow? Kind of bluish, I think. There we go. Alright, we gotta set this layer to multiply and then work from there. Oh, actually that works as well. Although maybe, just kind of like stretching it out a little bit might be good. Yeah, that seems good. Okay, and then these kind of volleyball shorts. Oh, right, I have to do the rest of the code, I forgot. Okay, how did I say I was gonna do this again? Okay, so I think I was gonna flip the coat torso. No, it's gotta be with the rim. It's gotta. Hang on. Okay, and then just move this slightly to the left. Slightly up too. Perfect. Okay, that gives us a pretty good idea of where we need to put the arm. The sleeve. I'm sorry, the sleeve. I did call it coat right arm on this one, so I think I can just call it an arm as well. For all intents and purposes, this is actually her arm. I didn't give her anything under the shirt. Except more neck, but I don't think you can use that as an arm unless you're very desperate. I am a master of not actually using my hands for stuff I would normally need my hands for. Like, I will like turn off a light switch with my nose for all I care. It's not exactly a marketable skill, but it gets me by. Okay. Okay, I think I know how to do this. Okay, so we're gonna need like a blob almost over here. Right over here. Yeah, we're gonna need like a blob. There we go. Okay. There we go. And over here we'll have some... Yeah, this one can actually go over the coat hand because it would have to actually go over the coat torso. So let's make sure that we've got that right. Whoops. Why's that not properly working with the vector eraser? That shouldn't happen. Okay. Okay, so that's how it's gonna be, huh? Alright, you want to fight, you got it. Honestly, I made this Millie pen at first because I just wanted a pen that didn't have like a, you know, like pressure width turned on. But it's just been very good for like just coloring stuff in like this. Highly recommend having one around. Oh right, I also need to make these 3 lines over here so it's nice and even. Not like that. Way too thick. Try again. Okay, so patches again. Come on. I know you got it in you. Yeah, it's always nice when you have like an unprecedented upside from just something you prepared for that doesn't seem particularly useful. Like it's like a little Chekhov's gun just for you. Like, oh man, I don't know why I prepared this Millie pen so many years ago. Oh well, it's not really useful, but I guess I'll keep it around. And then 3 years later, I'm here using it to fill in the coloring, just having a grand old time. And I'm thanking past Pabs for making it. Sometimes it really is all about preparation. Yeah, it's the payoff. It's the big lead up to the ultimate payoff. Lead up? Lead off? Is lead off a real thing? I don't think it is. I think that one's all me. Lead off. Sounds like a dog park condition. Like, oh yeah, we have great lead off facilities for all our furry little children. Like you see some celebrity talking about their dog, and you just see that the dog has a more square footage for its like play space than you do in your entire apartment, and you're like, huh, ain't that something? I remember I walked a dog for like money one time. Very brief kind of gig, but I still got like some decent cash out of it, so I'm not complaining. Yeah, it was this weird little like schnauzer looking thing. Very friendly though. Good dog. I was doing something. Right. I had to make a coat room pocket for this here, like a little donut for her hand. You called? Right, the donut. I'm really worried because like I'll be like starting up to do something like, you know how like when you get up out of your seat, you kind of dust yourself off. You go like, huh? All right, better get going, and then you immediately forget what it is you were going to do. I feel like that's what I do half of the time on this stream. I've forgotten what I was about to do like 3 different times just today, and I'm starting to think that it might be a real problem. Oh well, the less I know, the better. Okay. A very important thing is that we have a kind of a sleeve. We have a sleeve that's got very clear kind of like donuts. That's got a very clear inside and outside. Because that way we can just kind of warp it this way, right? To make her turn left and right. Yeah. There's no way this plan can go wrong. I refuse to believe it. I did really just call it donut here on the layer menu, didn't I? Oh my god. I mean, probably this color would probably suit it just fine. Refer to editing layer only. There we go. Problem solved. Although, maybe a little more down here. I feel like this is where we're going to see the most action in terms of, like, sleeve. Don't know what that's supposed to mean. From this angle, we'll be able to see inside of the sleeve more. So that's going to be where we want to have the most shadow. Boom. Nailed it. Just had to put in 5% of... Just needed to put in 0.2% effort. I can still have coherent thoughts. Everybody call the presses. Local rice bag has coherent thought. I haven't actually painted in the donut at all, have I? I should fix that. Or... Actually... I don't think I actually need to paint it in, because... No, I do need to paint it in, but like, I can just kind of make the mug first, like the hand holding the mug, part of the sleeve, and that's gonna be fine. Because whatever we do to the sleeve, the hand is also going to mirror, so I don't think it's gonna be much of a problem if we do it like this. Oh hey! Hi V! How you doing? Welcome to the stream, everyone. I'm Pabs, a rising Vtuber and an artist, and today we're actually making some Live2D rigging stuff. Yeah, how's your stream? How's Toku Thursday? Oh man, I did not draw that on the vector layer at all, did I? Huh, that's a problem. Yeah, how's stream? Was it good? Hey, that's great. Good to hear. Yeah. I'm just trying to brain out how to do this hand part here. Because I'm gonna have to move this donut sleeve thing around. But so I figured it would be fine if I just also had the hand there as well. Okay, just kind of like that. Making different knuckles and everything. And then just the mug rim. This wouldn't actually have the little end caps there because we need it to kind of be clear. Not clear. It doesn't need to have an end because we're gonna have the mug right in front of there. This is gonna be a massive fucking mug, by the way. Look at it, it's like bigger. It's bigger than her hand. I think most mugs are just a little bit bigger than your hand, but this is gonna be like a tankard looking thing. I mean, good for her though, getting her caffeine in. Admirable. Okay. Yeah, I think we can graduate this from donut to hand in the layer menu. Okay, so then right over here I think would have to be the... Ah crap, I'm losing track of my layers, that's not good. Okay, so... There we go. Now it should just do that. Alright, that was not the intended effect. That happens sometimes, but that was not the intended effect. Just gonna reach over here and clean that up. Sometimes when I use a fill tool, it does feel like when I use a fill tool and I have to follow up with the millimeter pen, it does actually feel like I was like pouring myself a glass of wine or something, and then I just like tipped my hand a little too much, and now there's just wine everywhere. That is what it feels like. And now I just have to like grab a bunch of like dish towels or like what have you, napkins, and then just kind of like dab the carpet dry, because Lord knows this thing isn't gonna get cleaned anytime soon, and I don't want it to stain. So you know, gotta act fast. Yeah, you gotta keep a cool head in a panicked situation, and that includes accidentally spilling wine on your carpet. I wonder if there's like a meme among like wine moms that if there's like carpet that was like really good for, if there was like a carpet that was like really good at cleaning wine stains, I wonder if like wine moms would be like, better, you know, I'm gonna get myself like the Wine Sucker 3000 next time. You know, it's gonna be like one of those live, love, laugh posters. They would have made an entire campaign out of it too. I have no doubt in my mind that they would have. Okay, there we go. And this inside part here is going to be part of the sleeve, which is already kind of pre-shaded, so that's fine. But it's better to be safe. No. Yeah, no. That's fine. It's going to be fine. Okay, the next is probably going to be some shading for the hand. Okay, I think I might go at this for like 15 more minutes, and then I think I have to tag out because I am actually getting a little sleepy. It is kind of getting late over here. So I think I can actually finish this in time, because the only thing left is the mug, I think. The mug and the hips and the legs. And I only really have to draw one of the legs because, you know, symmetry options. I think I can pull it off. Hang on. I'm pretty sure I can pull this off. Alright, so let's kind of kick it into high gear, huh? Get a little spicy with it. Alright. Okay, kind of over here. I wonder... Alright, so I do my homework and stuff, right? I am a guy that's known to do research from time to time. And what I found out is that for most of, like, VTubing stuff, you know, for camera tracking, it's less about the quality of the camera you have and more about the actual lights around you, which is great for people who don't want to blow $90 on like on a crappy webcam with a light attached to it that's going to burn out and have it in 30 days. So, you know, they have to do that in 30 days, or else you'll still be able to apply the warranty. Anyways, it's great news because then you can just get a light ring from Amazon for $30 and just be done with it. But I do wonder, right, if... You know how, like, some computers have night light, or night mode, and they kind of start to dim to like, an orange once they reach a certain time of the day. I wonder if there's a way. I wonder if that kind of night mode thing actually affects the tracking, because now you're no longer getting as much blue light. I feel like we have to do this with like science or something. I feel like this could actually be a legitimate question, a legitimate like physics thing. I'm betting somebody who knows something about like light and how light works with photography would be able to tell me, but I don't actually care that much. Actually, no. I am low-key invested in it. Okay, mug and probably mug logo. There we go. I don't know why, but somebody with the idea of somebody who has a mug that just says "The Miracle" on it, just looking absolutely dog tired and ready to crawl directly back into bed, is just very appealing to me. Okay, and then we also need to add the little tiger stripes to the ring of the coat of the hand rim. We need to add the tiger stripe pattern to the hem of the hand. That's what I was trying to say. I feel like I've been getting a little too comfortable being completely unintelligible on my own streams. Yep, you guys ever feel that way? Like you've just hung around people who get your vibe for so long that you kind of like stop needing to communicate properly, because now you can they understand what you're trying to say even if you don't really like communicate it that well. What I'm trying to say is that having friends is great, but I'm wondering if like maybe you're not creating so much an echo chamber so much as you're creating your own brand new language in there sometimes. Something to think about for me. I like being well-spoken. I like being able to express myself with words. I should probably add a shadow to the screen here. Okay, and then over here. Not quite. There you go. It'd probably end up somewhere around here, actually. Yeah, that seems much more likely. I'm not sure how this is going to translate to actual Live2D rigging, but hopefully it'll translate well. Okay, for the mug. What was this part? Alright, mug logo. Okay. Then from there, what we want is to go underneath the shirt bottom to make the little shorts. And then turn on the reference layer again. Not the reference layer, the reference images, that's the one. Okay, and then just gonna go like this. Nice, nice, nice. Come on. You can make the curve. There you go. That being said, I do need to get rid of the copied and pasted coat parts. Yeah, this part here. This part here, we can just kind of get rid of those now. Don't really need them. And we can probably hide away most of the coat parts as well. Just kind of, at least kind of decrease their opacity. Mug hand, and I forgot that she has another hand as well. Like most people, she has 2 hands. Okay. I feel like just giving her one hand and having that hand be the one holding the mug would just be almost infinitely more in character. That might be interesting. But you know, that's not going to get me nearly as much rigging practice. It's important to understand just like I do actually make these models with something in mind. So for example, this one, I'm going to try to figure out how I can make like the hair physics in the jacket work. You know, I do actually have a plan for most of these. I am trying to figure out little by little how I can keep kind of increasing my competency with this program. It's just that at the same time, I don't like do complicated designs almost by nature. I have too much of like the guy that just likes drawing his characters over and over in me. Yeah, I think because I kind of had a tendency, I originally envisioned most of my characters interacting through a comic. I kind of made it so that I wouldn't get exhausted or burnt out drawing them very easily. And I did that by making their designs pretty simple. And while that's actually been pretty good to me for a lot of things, so for example, I can make like a pretty distinctive design, you know, not easily, but you know, I think I definitely have a knack for making distinctive designs out of basically simple clothes, which is a very good skill to have. You know, as you can see right in front of you. It does have its own downsides, which is that if somebody tells me, okay, I want you to really go out, make a maximalist design and everything, I really have no gosh dang clue how to do that. I'm just like, okay, maybe pants with a pattern? No, it's like, yeah, I try, but it doesn't really click for me. It's not my style. So yeah, that's maybe something I should try working on. I feel like it'd be fun to do at least 1 or 2 every now and again. You know, I did try that a little bit. Like, even with the Valentine's one that I made a while back with the girl on top of all those stuffed animals, I was like, okay, I'm going to make this really fancy, I'm going to make this really cool. And then I ended up putting her in jeans and a t-shirt. Missed opportunity is what I'm trying to say. Missed opportunity. Okay, so that's pretty good. That's pretty good for the hand, I think. Does that make sense with the coat arm? Hang on, where's the coat arm? Right on top of there. Oh yeah, that makes perfect sense, actually. I might have actually put the shadow too low. Okay, let's just fix that then. There we go, and then coat arm. Perfect, 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 perfect. Okay. Okay, then I can kind of get rid of all this, actually. And then I can kind of lower the opacity of the shirt bottom as well. Okay, then bring back the reference layer. Nice, okay. Okay. I feel like these are those kind of like volleyball shorts that have like that are like red and white. I don't know if that's an actual thing, but yeah, those might just be actor sets I'm throwing together there. But I think it would look nice. Okay, one right here. Kind of take that out like that. I should drink some more water. And earlier, oh yeah, I was talking about a pita. I did talk about getting myself a pita. Yeah, I got myself a pita earlier. And it really is just a little thing sometimes. Like, It was like nice, it was toasty, it had a little bit of Swiss cheese, a little bit of raw onion, a little bit of pepper. It was a good pita. It wasn't like it wasn't phenomenal, it wasn't life-changing, but it was just good. It was a good pita. And really that's all you need sometimes. You just need like one good flatbread wrap to just get you through the week. There is so much pain in this world, but not here. Not in this fast food pita chain restaurant. Oh wait. Oh no, that'll be fine actually. I was gonna say if I duplicate this shirt bottom and mirror it, wouldn't that actually cause a problem because I'd be covering up the white part? But no, that's fine. Hey, it's Babs. Hey, it's Toast. My friend Toast. How you doing, Toast? Yeah, we're almost finished with this drawing here, although it may not look it. I just have a lot of hidden layers. Like an onion. Pretty good, how are you? I'm doing fine, I'm doing fine. A little sleepy, but, you know, nothing more than usual. Ever since I've been like, I was like, what, 18, 19? I've just been like, I've just had a background radiation of sleepiness all the time. Every other waking second of my life is like, man, I could kind of go for a nap. That or I have like dry eyes or something. I think that might be also more explainable. Mood? Oh no. Oh no, that was not meant to be relatable, my dude. I'm sorry. I am so sorry for you. Okay. Lol. Okay, so legs, right? I thought you didn't have eyes. Yeah, that's exactly why they're so dry. They can't be moist if I don't have them. Thighs. Okay. Leoff. God, the way you just immediately enemy spotted, just immediately was on side with Leoff. Okay. Over here. Pops. It's how I show I care. That's great, man. Never mind, I take it back. So close, yet so far. Two houses, alike in dignity. Yeah. God, I still can't get over this one tutorial that I can't get over it because not only did it work, but it was also something that really, really dumb that worked. That basically, and I'll talk about this more once I actually get to the body part. Basically, the tutorial said if you want to draw a really good knee, what you gotta do is that you have to basically draw a very angry looking bird. I think I've brought this tip up before, actually. Hey, that's my emote! That's delightful. You've heard that? Ah, okay, good. So it isn't just like a random thing that I found on Twitter one day. That's somehow comfortable. I'm glad that that's not just some fever dream I had. Okay, so kneecaps, huh? Okay, I'm gonna want to put this on a separate layer set to multiply. Just remember that one knee tutorial where you overlay baby faces to make the knees. Oh, I remember that one too, actually. God, what a day. I remember that. Yeah, just baby face upon baby face. Like some twisted... I don't know. There's not a whole lot of things that are just made out of baby faces. I guess some kind of Gerber baby homunculus. That's not a thing. That's not a thing. Although, we don't know what they're cooking up and down there. Like, personally, I would kill to see the inside of the factories where they make baby food. I don't know why, but it feels like very mysterious to me. Yeah, like I remember that the guy who popularized Heinz, the guy who popularized ketchup, Heinz. Yeah, the Heinz that the company is named after. He actually had a thing where he like let people into his factory because he wasn't afraid of like them seeing the working conditions or the hygiene in it. And yeah, basically back in the day, eating ketchup was you taking your life into your own hands, unless you made it at home, which, you know, perfectly possible, but still weird. Oh man, but like, I feel like baby food factories have to have like some kind of weird R&D division. Like, who decides what baby food tastes like? If like anything, right? I can't be the only one who wonders about this a little bit. Like, what exactly would a baby food R&D department look like? Babies. Huh. You know, that's fair. I hadn't considered it, but you've got a point there. It probably would have at least a few babies in there. Hang on. Alright, and then go back to multiply it because that looks better. And then... hang on. Calves. There we go. Okay, 1, 2. Then gonna just shear off that line there. Oh yeah, now I get to draw her bunny slippers. That's fun. Okay, and then like that. That ankle's kind of big. Like, the thing is, right, I know that there's like a wide part of the ankle there. That's where your bone connects. That's natural, but like when it's like too pronounced like that, I don't know how to. I think it's maybe because of my thick lines, but I don't know how to make it less pronounced. Yeah, like that a little bit. Yeah, whenever I try to draw that without, like, if I draw that, like, if I try to go out of my way to kind of like replicate it, it always ends up looking like they've got something wrong with their ankle. I gotta go like real slow. I think it's maybe because I draw on top of the line like this instead of like this through the line. I don't know. Lots of possible explanations. There we go. Okay. And now we can start coloring it in. Coloring it in. Kind of like this, maybe? No, it has to have like some kind of part back here. Small though it may be. Okay, let's get this done. Okay, and then bring back this thing so maybe now it would be a good time to kind of like get everything together actually. Hang on. What else is missing? Oh, okay, there we go. Wait. No, hang on. Oh, okay, I see what happened. Almost got it. Alright, hand right. There we go. I was gonna say, something here looks wrong. Actually, I should change the tone of the teeth as well, maybe. We'll keep it on there for now. Okay, I need the back of the hair too. There we go. Oh, the shirt bottom needs to be fully opaque as well. Okay, and just kind of taking a look at all this, I think the best color for the bunny slippers would probably be another yellow here. Because I feel like a green just wouldn't fit. There we go. I saved my new 5,000 points for future pain. Oh dear. You have 5,000 points already. That was fast. Good call. Good call, though. I am just about to end stream, so you wouldn't get to see me in my endurance of the horse stance. Oh, that's creepy. I'm gonna keep that. Okay, and like this. That's like too dramatic of a shadow, though. Like it needs kind of like a middle point. Almost got it. There we go. Actually, these could probably be white, huh? All right, hang on. I gotta do something real quick. There we go. Yeah, okay. I think she's ready to go. Her hands are a little small, but that's fine. All right. I think we've done good work here today. Yeah, I like how she turned out. Although maybe the thing is, right? You have to be very careful when making your VTuber when making like a Live2D model. Because once you're like kind of done with the there's something. Could have sworn there was something going on here from like a distance. Anyway, when you're done coloring it, there's no really good way to change the colors unless you go layer by layer by layer by layer, which sucks. So I hope you guys like green and red because that's what you're getting. I like her though. I like how this turned out. Alright, let's go find somebody to raid. Alright, let's see. Who all is streaming? Thank you for coming by. Alright. K-Sot's on Twitch? What the fuck? Alright, I didn't know that was a thing. Also, nobody that I really know is streaming right now. Well, I guess that's the end of stream. Y'all have a good one. Later.